two groups, male and female. Only two lah, assuming only two categories. Yeah, those in between we're not going to bother. Yeah. So, and my hypothesis is males are smarter than females. Okay. Okay, my hypothesis is this one here. Okay, we are saying with the. Let's look at this one here. Before we talk about univariate, the bivariate, let's say HO, IQ, okay, IQ, male, IQ, female. You know, when you build hypothesis, you always start with the alternative because the alternative is what you will prove. Okay, so my theory is, my belief is, males are smarter than females. Okay, so here is again just example only. Okay, okay. So meaning here is going to be less than equal, right? You always construct from the alternative first, then you go backward. So this is my hypothesis. So I have a bivariate, two different demography. I compare their IQ. Okay, and this lah. Okay, so let's say. Kalau lah kita tengok pada SME, it could be manufacturing versus services, two, right? Okay, performance of manufacturing companies versus performance of services companies. I compare performance. Okay, or I want to go beyond. Let's say in the manufacturing there are many. There are some doing electronic, E&E. They are doing metal based. Okay, wood based. You know, they have more. Okay, so when you have more, then you have to use what we call a 1 ANOVA. Okay, so if you have two here, male versus female, okay, this is what we call independent sample t-test. I'm going to the fundamentals lah. Why? Because for some reason, the modern researcher, they have forgotten the fundamentals, and it's a shame. And I always propagate when, even if you do SEM in your analysis, in your thesis, it will be good to complement with some univariate and bivariate inferential analysis. It becomes research, it becomes richer. Okay, sometimes let's look at this one also over here. How do we use this? You know, at the end of the day, you have qualitated your data, you do descriptive analysis, right? And you say, oh, there are more males, oh, there are more people who are working full-time, blah, blah, so on. And then the supervisor, the examiner will say, so what? What can you use this for? How do you answer? Okay? So you can answer by saying that the demographic analysis, descriptive here, it gives an indicator of the sample that I've collected, whether it represents the population parameter. Okay? So meaning if in here I show that there are more males, and in reality you know there are more males, then your data seems to be aligned. It seems to be representing, okay, the population. Okay, remember, a sample must represent the population for you to make a meaningful interpretation. Okay? If it doesn't represent, if in here your data says there are more female, something is wrong. Something is very wrong. If in here it says there are more part-timers than full-timers, something is very wrong. But in reality, you see and you know the pattern says there are more full-time. So meaning this descriptive analysis, even though it looks very fundamental, but it is useful because it describes the population. And you should put this in whatever you write. Again, based on a quick view of the demographic pattern, okay, and based on the researcher's understanding of the industry or the whatever study you're in, okay, it seems to represent the population parameter because studies indicate that certain patterns are being replicated here, okay, being repeated here, okay. Okay, so when you have two, you compare. Okay, it's called independent sample t-test. When you compare with the same pre-test and post-test, it's called dependent sample t-test. You have to understand, these are simple things, but sometimes you get mixed up. Okay, But if you compare more than 2, okay, then you have to use the 1/2 ANOVA. ANOVA sehala. And then if you compare beyond, ANOVA 2 hala. ANOVA berhala, macam-macam lagi. Yeah. So, the 2-way ANOVA, before before all this PLS, EMOS thing, people were using 2-way ANOVA, experimental design and so on. But now it seems to be neglected. It's a shame. It's a very powerful tool, but for some reason, it's no longer sexy to use all these old tools anymore. And old people they still use it, perhaps. Yeah. And then the last one, when we have those words, I'm putting in red, the keyword here. Am I behind schedule or what? Remind me, Today is Friday, okay? If you don't go for free, you'll be struck by lightning. Males especially, okay? So, I'm putting in red the keywords that indicate what method to be deployed. So which meaning you want to identify and select and even rank perhaps, then the delta would work. Effect, okay, meaning you still want to see before and after, then you have to use pre-test, post-test. Okay, difference, you have to compare, is it the independent or 1-way ANOVA. And predict, meaning you have to do some kind of regression model and so on. Okay. This is the old school, 5, 10, 15 years ago. You do analysis of thesis. These are the kind of questions they like to play around with. Okay, and that's why I said here, old school. Again, in the modern era, may not be so real, but you may come across examiners who are from the old school. Better be careful. So the more advanced will be something like this. Okay, these are from the modern thoughts. Okay, what practices I employ, what are the relationship? Okay, then they throw in this word, moderating effect. Okay, number 4. Performance mediate the relationship, and then what strategies can be proposed. Okay, so and then the framework becomes a bit more complicated. Okay, you have moderator coming in and performance as a mediator. Okay, and you also have to do the direct relationship up there as well. Okay, so. So the question is, how do you derive this framework? Once again, it's not just based on literature, okay? It's not just based on theory. There must be some sound approach, okay, to say that this one comes to the end, and this is in the middle, and those at the end. Some people will say, hey, why not this one over here, right? Yeah. Swap it around. How do you answer these kind of questions? Okay, that is your homework also. Okay, so. Why am I putting this here? Why not here? The question, why not? Right? For some reason, people like to throw all this. When do we introduce this moderator? Okay, there must be a reason why. Okay, the moderator is introduced when the relationship is found to be inconsistent. Okay, let's say between practices and performance. What do you mean by inconsistent? Some study says it's negative. Some study says it's positive. Some study says it's inconclusive. The moment you have this kind of results, and you have to put this in your literature, then it calls for the introduction of the moderator. So it's not just simply plugging in. There must be a reason why. Okay, the indirect relationship. There must be a reason why it comes in. Okay, so. Example again, okay, the previous one, okay, the model questions, and these are the methods to be deployed. Okay, so now we are saying instead of just the Delphi method and the Kendall's coefficient of concordance, we use something more sophisticated called the SLR, okay, the systematic literature review. Okay, and relationship, yeah, of course, when I do SEM. The SEM will also embed correlation analysis, right? It's built in, okay? But still you have to put in there, and the modulation test and the mediation test and so on. Okay? And this one here, okay, my friend just now he asked about the mixed method thing. The last one is the qualitative. This is the qualitative question. And the sequence here, listen carefully, this one depends lah. Some people they don't care, but people like me care. The sequence of how you present your research questions will tell the reader whether you are doing sequential, either qualitative first or quantitative first. Here we are seeing now, this is quantitative first, qualitative last. That's the sequence. Okay, meaning towards the end, I want to look into what strategies I can deploy, okay, to improve the situation based on the findings. Okay, so this is 1-4. Read as well. You will find the reasoning for this as well. Okay, fundamental number 2. Should know the nature of data, use nominal, ordinal, interval, or ratio. Okay, the theory of measurement data has got 4 classifications. Theory of data is got ni hotel ni kan, tak apalah. We've got nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. This also must be understood. Sometimes people don't understand. Remember when I said the Likert scale, the 5-point Likert scale, okay, the psychologists, whatever, they say those are interval. Okay. Sorry, ordinal. Sorry, ordinal. Sorry. So, meaning these are the rank data. These are the yes, no type of questions. Okay. This one is the continuous, and these are the discrete. Okay. So, if we have nominal data, okay, according to the theory of measurement, this is the, as you go down, this is of higher power. This is the lowest. Okay. As you go down, the power increases. As you go down, the power increases. Yeah. So meaning, ideally in a research, listen, ideally in a research, the best would be to have what we call the ratio data. That's why the modern era now, they're using all this panel data thing because it's very powerful. You know, all this econometric data you get from the stock exchange, bursa saham, whatever you call it, is very powerful. Okay, and you can do a lot of manipulation. Trust me, you can do a lot of manipulation. Meaning, listen, from this one I can change to this one, to this one, to this one. These two are almost the same lah. Ratio and interval ni, they're almost the same. Okay. The only difference is the ratio data can have the value 0. You know how I remember all these things. You know? It makes me look fantastic. I can remember all this. You know how I can remember? You know, because the word ratio has got O at the end. See, you have to have all this guide to help you to remember. Ratio data is the one that can have the value 0. Okay? Meaning, like, let's say, if you look into, just now we have this word called, remember just now we were talking about males are smarter than females, remember? Right? Where was it? Allah. Okay, yeah, remember IQ? Okay? This, is it ratio or interval? Listen carefully, Ratio, you can have the value 0. Can we have an IQ of 0? No, right? So, okay, IQ is interval data. Okay? Temperature, you can have 0, right? So temperature is ratio data. Small difference, but then if you can say the right thing, people will be impressed. You know the subject matter. You know the theory of measurement. Okay. So why is this the best? These two. Okay, last small difference, 0. Let's classify this together. Okay, as continuous. This is called this continuous. Continuous is the best because you can manipulate. Okay, continuous data you can manipulate. You can change the form. Remember this one here? Okay. my salary in Tanzanian shilling was 4,375,000. Big, sounds big. Ciput aja. So I can change into ordinal, right? Salary by creating classes, right? I can also change my big salary in Tanzanian shillings, yes, into nominal by creating only 2 classes. Okay? Okay lah, just put here. Once again, this is my salary. 4,757,000 Tanzanian shillings. So, this is, technically, this is interval. Okay? Because there's no such thing as zero salary, right? Once you work, you have a salary. Okay? So, this is continuous data. Okay? But then I want to change, I can create classes. Okay, 1, 2, 2, okay, 2.1, 2, 3, 3.1, 2, whatever. Okay, I've got classes, right? The more I create classes, it becomes ordinal, right? So meaning, continuous, I can now change to ordinal. This rank data. Okay? And then, I felt lazier than ever, I want to make it into nominal. So I just change, okay? Small salary, big salary. Only 2 classes, okay? Small and big. Macam main judi toto pula. 4 digit, okay? Small or big, okay? So, why is it called nominal? A nominal has got no proper order or sequence. Meaning, let's look at this one. Yes and no. I can put yes 1, no 0, coding. Right? I can also put yes as 0, no as 1, right? It doesn't make any difference, but I have to be consistent. I can put 100, 200, whatever number I want. Whatever. Meaning there's no proper order or sequence. Okay? Gender. Okay, male, female. 1 for male, 2. Doesn't matter. Okay? The colors of the scarf, blue, black, okay, whatever, yellow. Colors are also nominal data. Doesn't have to be 2, it can be more. Colors are nominal data, colors. Okay, so small and big also nominal because there's only 2. I can put 1 for big, 2 for small, or vice versa. Whatever, it doesn't matter as long as I am consistent. So that's why we say that this is the best, because you can manipulate and change. But from nominal to this one, you cannot change. You can never say the mean gender is 3.5. From my study, the mean gender is 3.5. It's impossible. You cannot convert nominal into continuous. This is the theory of measurement. Okay? Students, sometimes they take this for granted. So going back to the argument just now, ordinal data, can I say the Likert scale, 5-point Likert scale, 5-point Likert scale, okay? And then you put here 1 strongly disagree, and 5 is strongly agree. Okay, so what is the value 3 here? Huh? What? Neither agree nor disagree. Okay, neutral. Okay, the right word is neutral lah. Okay, this is actually correct. Neither disagree or agree is correct also. Okay, this is where I made a blunder in my life. You know. See, meaning I'm going to admit lah. Okay, I made a mistake in my thesis. In my thesis, I was influenced by I should have killed this guy before I listened to him. And I put into my essay, if you download my essay, you will be laughing at me, you know, because it's a complete mistake. And I put 3 as slightly agree. Slightly agree, you know, because this friend of mine said, you know, you have to have some weightage, you know. It's wrong. And 3 is always neutral. And 3 cannot be no opinion or whatever. That's number 9 or whatever. And see, you have to read the work of Ramses Licken. This old man died, he sees 3 as